Alright, everybody. So, I'm going to show you my build, of course, but we're going to also talk about dual blades. Some of their strengths and some of their weaknesses, and just things like that. Talk about the skill tree when it comes to dual blades, because this is going to be all about the dual blades. Clearly, because it's me, of course. We all know. I love me some dual blade action. Two weapons, you know I'm gonna be playing it. Sword and shield, two axes, two swords, sword and dagger, don't matter. I'm gonna be playing them dual blades. Anyways, so I've only found two dual blades. I know there's more, but I've only found two dual blades in the game as of right now, which is this one, the Storm Flyers, which I've come to just call them Jade Blades, because let's be honest, it's Jade as a blade, Jade Blades, and these ones, Trident looking ones, the Trident dagger. Anyways, I don't really like these ones. These ones are chill and a heal, and you like do it once per enemy. So I'm like, no, no, no. These ones are so far the best I have come across. I think I've only come across two, but this is including purples, blues, and greens. These dual blades are great. They do shatter damage. All your attacks do shatter damage. That's including all your shield bashes and stuff like that. Now apply shield and do shatter as well. So it's nice. And it gives you an aura which builds passive soul damage, and you break that. So it's like added passive damage aura. And it's just nice. And I'm assuming that when you get Soul Shatter. Oh, okay, it's not going to let me click on it. The Soul Shatter buildup, it's going to slightly increase your passive shatter buildup as well. I'm just assuming that it's not going to crit or anything like that, but it's just going to slowly build. So the soul buildup is nice on these that I got. These aren't the best roll. It's a good roll, but unfortunately, like most other gear, the critical strike chance bugged on me. So I went to upgrade it, and it didn't budge. Even Clyde's upset about this. But anyways, these dual blades are great. My favorite so far. Wish I could change the color of the Jade Blade, but it still looks nice. Now, secondary, we're using Bubble Hammer because it's a Bubble Hammer, and the slow is ridiculous. And the slow stacks, if you are unaware, in a multiplayer setting. If everybody has a Bubble Hammer, each bubble the player puts down stacks on top of each other. So you can have 3 bubbles on one mob, and they're not going to move from that spot. So if you get a weak point, it's fabulous. And I am having a hard time debating on which amulet to use. So right now I'm rotating between these two. Yeah, you would say doing shatter, might as well use this one. 18% chance to summon a spirit warrior ally whenever you soul shatter an enemy. It's nice, but not really what I want in my runs and my builds. It's not gonna happen too often. I'd rather go with something that's gonna benefit me passively. So it's either going to be more damage, more soul damage, I mean, for your passive from the aura and your normal hits. Because again, the Jade Blade makes it so your light attacks applies more, because it's going to all during inner focus. Just said that earlier, I'm sorry. Is going to do more soul damage and shatter that damage as well. So, and we're going to crit build. obviously, for most of the stats that you see. But I didn't go over the secondary stats just yet. I was just going over the stuff that I am using. And I'm leaning more towards this one because that build-up is just nice on dual blades because of the inner focus. Amulet or charm. This charm is nearly a must with dual blades because you want to build weapon technique as fast as you possibly can. Getting additional damage for your weapon techniques is okay, but it should not be your priority. You want to prioritize other things above technique damage. Do I have anything that has technique damage? Because I know I need to work on my rings. My rings are trash. This one. And the other ring that I primarily use is the Admiral's ring. This guy right here. Which is also, yeah, the weapon technique damage. So, the way weapon technique damage is, it is a percentage damage, as you see right there, 22%. Weapon technique damage. See, with other weapons, you just do flat damage with your weapon techniques. But in Dual Blade's case, your main damage output is going to come from light attacks. The weapon technique damage is only going to give you a small amount of damage bonus because it's just going to plus to your inner focus, which is just 8% damage as well. And dual blades don't do a whole lot of damage right from the get-go. They do a lot of damage fast, but not heavy damage like most other weapons. So weapon technique damage is not a priority you want. You want weak point damage, critical strike chance, critical damage, even soul. Soul damage is going to be, it's this one, a little bit better for dual blades. But Rampage is another good one you want to focus on. Rampage damage is going to be not like a top priority. Top priority, of course, is going to be crits, and then Rampage, and then technique. And then soul if you can get it. Pretty much in that order. Crit is your top priority, then damage, then speed, technique charge speed, soul damage, and then technique damage. Status effects, I'm sure people are going to ask, what about status effects? Status effects, in my opinion, are kind of bland and boring. They all do the exact same thing, which is just a dot. Why dot something if you're just going to kill it extremely quick with critical strike or critical strikes, or building up soul and shredding that soul, and building up rage, all while you're attacking. In a long fight, yes, dot damage is going to be great, but for me, I prefer just go raw damage and be done with it. Now, for Lifestone. Lifestone is also pretty poor because it has polearm damage, as you see, so I'm looking for another one of these. But this is the Lifestone you want. Critical strike chance and critical hit damage. Banner, you want to get the crit banner. That's the one you want. In augments, I am still looking for augments. And yes, HinterClaw is the armor I'm using. A lot of people don't like him because his network right here. But as for me, I really like the way his is set up. Yes, I don't get as many might amps as all the other armors, but they're all connected except for might, or these ones right here. So I can't get a good, like I can't put a might and vitality one right here. I can put a might to vitality, but not a might or a vitality to might, if you know what I mean. But spirit is connected to might, spirit is connected to vitality, and the might is, of course, is what I'm going to put right here, is connected to everything. So in my opinion, it's one of the most, if you could do it well, if you can utilize the connections, I think HinterClaw is going to be a really powerful armor piece. I know my might's not going to be as high as everybody else, but I could take advantage. I didn't even to click on that. I could take advantage of all of the connections, like gain blessing whenever you have, or whenever you perform critical hit. This is not the ideal one to have there, but like this one, I could take advantage of it because it's connected to 2. This one is another one that's amazing on dual blades. I just got this one today. I didn't even know this was a thing. And of course, as you see, my roll on it is not the greatest with polarity damage. If the bubble hammer was not a thing, you better believe I'd be using 2 dual blades and just going ham with poly damage. But unfortunately, it's not the case. But like the green amps, I don't know. I'm still looking. Same thing with spirit. Right now, I just have the shield damage one. This one is nice because I do defeat enemies with weapon technique, which, again, I'll go over. The dual blades weapon techniques. You have a pole. Let's go over to the codex. So you just have it up on screen. Dual blades. There they are. So, the whole bread and butter of the dual blades is going to be your northern technique. So you want to get things that focus more on your northern technique over your southern technique. Southern technique is only there for utility. It's not going to be a big damage point at all. I mean, you can get it for weak points if you can hit that, but other than that, it's just going to be there for you to pull, and that's it. Get closer to the enemies or pull them to you. But your northern technique, a lot of people don't understand what this means. So, your dual blades is different than every other weapon in the game. Every other weapon, you activate it and that's it. That's all you do. One and done. But for dual blades, it is a buff. And during that entire buff, anything that's plussing, anything that's adding any effect to northern techniques or weapon techniques is all applied during inner focus. As long as this buff is active, and this is going to be a big thing later on, so just remember this. Whenever inner focus is active, you gain access to everything that pluses to weapon techniques. Your base hits all now act as a northern weapon technique, as long as this is active. And yes, that means this is going to constantly be proccing every time you hit. So your first hit is going to apply or reveal the weak point. And when you hit again, it's just going to do the damage and then reapply the weak point. And then wash, rinse, repeat. It's just going to keep going until your inner focus ends. So anything you can get that does northern weapon techniques or weapon techniques in general is going to be applied to inner focus. Now, a lot of people were saying dual blades suck. Yes, they are a terrible weapon early game. But late game are where they excel. Longsword is the main staple point and the poster child of Godfall. And dual blades are... I don't even know what analogy to use. They're just broken. They are broken. Now, if you tune into my streams at Twitch, Akeada, on Twitch, my name is Akeada, of course, you will see me running this. It is by far the funnest I had in Godfall, period. You could do this early game, but I had no idea that this is how this is gonna work. Not a clue. Now, for 30 seconds after defeating an enemy with a weapon technique. Yes. With inner focus active is counted as a weapon technique. All your hits and all your kills. With a weapon technique, you can perform a free special takedown by holding your interact and then, or E and F. I don't know what it is going to be for controllers. And that means as long as you kill with inner focus active, including takedowns, yes, including takedowns, you can perform another takedown. I will be showing gameplay at the end of the video, but this is by far the funniest and funnest and game-breakingest I have had in Godfall. And what I mean by game-breaking, I'll also put in a clip of me and what it does. It is hilarious. I about died when this happened, and I figured this out because somebody told me to go this perk. Granted, they had no idea I was gonna do what I did with it, but they just said it's so fun. And they're a longsword user, and I was like, yeah, all right. I had no value in this whatsoever because I thought it was gonna be dumb. But little did I know how things interact with inner focus is amazing. All right, back to the back to the skills. Let's get back to this. So, finish talking about this now that I'm done talking about takedown. The weapon technique. People don't really care for weapon technique or dual blades. Yes, I agree and I understand. This is not as valued. This is not valued at all, really whatsoever. But attacks, the weapon charge, weapon technique charge speed is really nice on dual blades. In pairing that with this, every time you perform a critical hit, gain 6% weapon technique charge and 29% weapon technique charge speed. That is great because you hit twice with dual blades. So you're going to hit crits a lot. Especially if you put the banner down. You're going to be charging a weapon like crazy, activating inner focus left and right. And then if you kill somebody, of course, you can immediately just go into a takedown. Super fun. But that's why I go for weapon technique. And when you're in inner focus, you're going to be soul shattering anyways, especially if you're using the Jade Blades. So, this one's nice. They just explode and apply it to the next enemy next to you. And you could just go on a kill spree. Crit, of course, because, I mean, we're going to crit build. Might for dual blades is right. Rampage is also something that's going to be pretty much a must for dual blades because you hit so much so fast. You're going to build this up real quick. So, you're going to get this. Rampage. Archon Fury, because Archon is just always nice. All stats. Takedown, we already went over this. This is pretty much a must for me on dual blades, no matter what now. Really, it should be a must for anybody. If you're sleeping on this, you need to check yourself. 1 point into fitness. Weak point damage. Weak point damage, I'm not very good at hitting, especially with dual blades, because you're moving all over the place. It becomes harder, and I just don't have the greatest aim in the first place. Spirit's there because I didn't really have anything else to put in. To be honest, I had nothing else really that I valued. Yes, this is nice, but I rarely do this anyways because I'm doing a bunch of other stuff like attacking for Rampage. I don't want to stop. Or I'm taking people down left and right with this. Shields. Shields are nice. I put 2 points into Prime Shield for pretty much bossing. If I parry an attack and it's charged, it's going to deal some of the damage they do it to me back to them. So it's just a little bit of extra damage on the boss, so it's nice. But lately with the bubble hammer, I haven't really been blocking or parrying all that much in the first place. So it's kind of meh. And for shield attacks, I really like the bash. The bash is by far the funnest for me for shield attacks. I see a lot of people throwing their shield, which is not, which is all right. And then of course you have the teleport that you could do, or the, which one was it? Where you would press Q on the shield return, you send a shockwave. Oh, right here. This one is nice, but I'd rather just punch him in the gut with a shield, because it knocks him down immediately and I can just go straight into an execute. So say you kill somebody, kill a little guy with your, or you do a takedown with this, but they don't exactly die. They stand back up. You can immediately just punch them in the gut with your shield, knocking them back down and performing another free takedown. And usually they die. And you can just jump to the next enemy. And that's pretty much what you could watch, rinse, repeat. Like if there is those armored, like those big armored units in the tower that spawn with 2 HP bars, and you do one takedown to take out their entire yellow bar of HP, but they still have some left. They're now vulnerable to knockdowns. You could punch them in the gut, knock them down, and then just go into another takedown. Easy collapse. Banner, because banner is just nice to have. It's good utility. It's everything like that. But if they ever changed hammer, if they ever changed a bubble hammer, I'll probably end up going into poly attack and rocking 2 dual blades. That's probably what I would do. I'd probably rock 2 jade blades. Now, for this setup, let's go over and talk about your armor choices. So, this is for dual blades. Yes, you can go any of the alignment ones. Weak point, I don't necessarily recommend, but with the new alignment augment that I did just get, this guy right here, amazing. This is game changing. This one is not too shabby anymore with the weak point damage than this, but honestly, there are better armors to choose than this person. The 3 that I can recommend are going to be Wolf. I really need to learn their names. HinterClaw. So the wolf, the lion, the hawk. Those are the 3 that I can recommend. Again, you got the wolf, this guy, the lion, this guy, and then the hawk, this guy. This was my original main until I got the crit. The base critical strike chance you get on HinterClaw is just nice. Yeah, he doesn't have as many augment slots as everybody else, but they're almost all connected, and you can fit more purples in. So more purples. So more unique effects with that. Rather than just a few purples, a bunch of 5s. I really need to get another one of these. I really do. But yeah, those are the 3 armors I would recommend, and that's pretty much the build. And I wish you guys luck on getting good loots. Let the loot and RNG be with you. Let Lady Luck bless you. Because boy, do I need to find better rings. But I'll include the video, or I'll include some gameplay with the game-breaking bug at the very end. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will be doing I'll be doing more Godfall coverage on Twitch. I'll be streaming it. And I'll be doing more videos when more things come up for this for sure. This will probably be my main build because it's just too fun not to do. I would do a shield build with, say, a longsword or dual blades. But unfortunately, sometimes the shield bash bugs my game out, and I can't attack anything else unless I just sit there and spam shield bash and get rid of my shield charge, and then I can attack. There's a lot of bugs with the game. I'm gonna save my impression of the game until the DLC comes out, because honestly it just feels like a very unfinished and rushed game, which is a big shame, but it is what it is, I guess. I am enjoying the game for what it is. I hope you guys are as well, and if you are and you want to slay it out with me, feel free to join me when I'm live. More than down to run towers with you. I unfortunately have not got past Tower 20. It's not because the build is bad, it's because the game keeps crashing, or I bug out and I can't do anything. But when it bugs out, that's my own fault, and if you use this setup, and then it'll be your fault why you can't get past 20. And if you do get past 20, great, let me know in the comments below. But until next time, everybody, hope you enjoy the gameplay and enjoy your day. Take care and slay well, everybody. Is this a buff? Honestly? So the 3 dots above it are buffs. I'm gonna say this one. Is this spirit or is this life? It's hard to say. Vitality? Okay, so that's a heart, I guess. So that one's might, and this one is spirit? I've had better luck with spirit amps than anything. Might's nice, but I keep getting status augments for might. Let me buff. Let me buff, for the love of God. They just wouldn't let me buff. Chance to poison. What the balls? What has happened? What has happened? I can't move. I can't move. There we go. I can't dodge. My game. My game. My game! What the heck? I can't. I'm floating. So I'm good at picking up any of those. You ready to go? made it. I can't hit things. I can't hit him. Oh, I'm back on the ground. Okay. Oh, I can't. Oh. Yoink. 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 I can't. Oh, I'm fixed. I'm fixed. I fixed it.